Today we bring you the reactions to Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman, with Paulo Costa pulling out of the fight against Chimaev. It was Kamaru Usman who answered the call on short notice. With a chance at the title on the line, both men entered the octagon and fought for 3 rounds. However, it was the Russian, Chimaev, who came out victorious by unanimous decision.
For the winner by majority decision, Khamzat Chimaev!
As soon as the match ended, both men shared a moment of appreciation and respect. Khamzat was pretty happy after the win. This is what he had to say.
I don't know, man, what to say. I didn't come here for the titles, make money, be happy.
Chimaev also took a moment to show his support for Palestine. The Russian was also seen apologizing to Dana White.
Hey, congratulations. Sorry, guys, I tried to finish you.
In a post-fight interview, the Nigerian was visibly disappointed. However, this is what he had to say about his fight.
It's been a while. I mean, you know, you go years without losing for a long time. By all the hard work, and then you drop two close ones like that. You start to kind of question things and start to doubt yourself a little bit.
UFC fighter Gilbert Durinho was amoused by both men, and he took to X and posted, "Wow, that's a 10-0 round." After a brawl in the crowd, this what an unamused Paulo Costa posted on X, "Smoking chicken lungs lol. I'm just laughing." South African UFC fighter Dricus du Plessis took a shot at the Russian as he posted on X, "I'll make it look easy." The highlight Justin Gaethje was unimpressed, rather disappointed at how the fight was scored. 2-10-0. Get these guys out of here. When does AI start judging fights? These humans are incompetent. UFC fighter Alexander Rakic showed his appreciation of Khamzat's win as he posted, "Important win for Chimaev." Former UFC fighter Jake Shields was quite entertained by the match and believed that it should have been longer. Great fight, but that needed to be 5 rounds. Former UFC and current PFL fighter Derek Brunson came out in support of Kamaru Usman as he took to X and posted, "Usman came and fought his off on short notice. No matter the results." The Italian UFC fighter Marvin Vettori thought that both fighters were not that good as he posted. Not impressed UFC fighter Platinum. Mike Perry was impressed by the Russian's skill and showed his appreciation. The wrestling of Chimaev is too good. McMalley was unimpressed at how the fight was scored and believes that the Nigerian would have won if the fight went to 5 rounds. How in the did Kamaru Usman go from the pound for pound #1 king to he's old and he is literally a cripple in 2 fights, one of which he was handedly winning until the 5th round? Terence McKinney showed his appreciation of Khamzat Chimaev as he posted in his support, "This is the nicest Chimaev has ever been. He def knows how to sell and win fights. The last stylebender, Israel." Adesanya was watching the UFC 249 co-main event at home, and this was his reaction to the result of the bout.
Yeah, good fight, but still. Nah. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
The former UFC heavyweight champion, who has an upcoming boxing match against Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, was supporting Kamaru Usman, and this was his reaction to the result of the match.
Kamaru has got to get up. He cannot end the fight here on his back.
Unanimous.
28-28.
Huh?
28-28. So yeah, 10-8 in the first, or at least 2-3.
Yeah, but it makes sense that somebody scored Usman round 2 and round 3.
UFC fighter Henry Cejudo was also home watching the UFC 294 co-main event, and this was his reaction to the match.
You said 5? It should have been 5 rounds. Yeah. I think McGregor posted #1 contending matches should be 5 rounds.
Yeah, I can see that because it almost prepares you, man. It almost prepares you. Going 5 rounds, especially if you're in a championship fight, it almost prepares you. But you know, Khamzat Chimaev definitely 1 in 3, and and maybe even 2. You know, Kamaru was doing really good at the beginning of 2 and 3, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough, man. I think Kamaru needed a little more confidence just striking, but I think those takedowns in the beginning, he went straight on his head.
This is what Dana White had to say about the fight at the post-match press conference.
Chimaev and Kamaru, obviously a great fight as well. That first round, no one's ever done that to Kamaru. What did you make of Khamzat's performance? And apparently he broke his hand in the first round as well.
Yeah, he said he broke his hand, but that's not confirmed yet. Obviously, he's going to go get x-rays and MRIs and whatever he needs, and we'll figure that out. And, you know, Khamzat goes in there and he's fighting, you know, greatest welterweight of all time, a very tough, crafty veteran, and you know, Khamzat was built here during COVID. I mean, the kid's unbelievably talented.
Joe Rogan watched the match, and this is what he and his team had to say on his podcast.
Kind of slow the hype train down on Khamzat?
Yeah, it does a little bit.
It's a welterweight.
Yeah,
10-day notice.
It slows it down a little bit, but it does show he's legit.
Yeah.
He's kind of legit. He's awesome. He's number 4.
He just
he's
won
great.
3 rounds.
His wrestling's
Usman.
great. I'm saying, what did you see in terms of when he had him on? When he was on top of him, he didn't do anything.
He controlled the complete control.
Controlled him, but he didn't do
anything. That wins
anything.
fight speed.
And he certainly has got.
GSP made a historic career off controlling.
Are you impressed with his stand-up? Not really.
No, compared to like an Izzy or Strickland,
Yeah,
no.
so he's
but
gonna-
his wrestling
he's
with them could be a problem.
I think
It's a full package. It's full package.
I think if he fights Paulo Costa, or a guy who can put pressure and just bang like that,
Tougher
good
fight.
luck.
Tougher
Good
fight,
luck.
yeah.
Did an article by Stephen Morocco in which he states, fighting on 2 weeks' notice, Usman performed well not only in a new weight division, but against one of the sport's most fearsome figures. But Chimaev's grappling was a step above when it counted. Nickal was seen hyping up a fight between himself and Khamzat Chimaev, where he stated that he would smash the Russian at a championship match.
I would like to see him maybe fight an 85er. I'll get a couple more fights in. And my goal with Khamzat has always been Allegiant Stadium, sell it out for the belt, and blow the roof off that place when I smash that guy. So, you know, I think it's going to take a little more to build my reputation and get to where I want to be. And, you know, for him to get to where he needs to be in order to make that fight what it deserves, right? To give it the atmosphere that it deserves.
He didn't become like 100% a fighter, you know. If they put against me, that guy now, I'm gonna break him like 2-3 rounds. And if they put me later, they'll make like some fun fight for everyone.
He said he could beat you right now.
He has to be stupid, brother, if you think like that.
In another interview, Nickal was seen claiming that Khamzat's wrestling is trash and was still talking about a match against him.
Khamzat Chimaev, you're saying that his wrestling is pretty mid.
It's trash. I won't even say mid.
He's a 3-time Swedish national champion.
That's sick.
12 wins in 3 years, 0 losses.
That's incredible. 12-0 in 3 years. We're gonna fight at some point, and people will realize that there's levels, and it's just so funny. You go into a world of MMA where there's no other sport where people know less and think they know more.
UFC welterweight fighter Joaquin Buckley was also seen criticizing the Russian, saying that he favors one side and isn't a complete fighter.
Win in a fight. Nonsensical question, because we never fight. In a kickboxing fight, you kick my ass every time. You are the best kickboxer in the world. When people say this to me, your brother would beat you at kickboxing. On my fight, my brother would beat you at kickboxing. He's the world champion. If your brother was Muhammad Ali, would you be upset he can outbox you? Or would you be like, yeah, my brother's the fucking man? You are the better kickboxer, absolutely. For the people at home that think I'm conceding to not being able to fight, I will whoop your fucking ass.
The Russian is all set and on his way to fight Sean Strickland in the middleweight division. However, previously in an interview, he also stated that he wants a title shot against Leon Edwards in the welterweight division. And
there's a new champion on the throne. Leon Edwards knocked out Kamaru Usman in a big upset, a huge shock. What did you think about that fight, and what do you think of Leon Edwards as a champion?
He got that. He win. He get his shot and he knocked him out and he win his belt. I respect that guy. He was like on the top long time, you know. It was after Kamaru Usman like 7 years and he wins against him. He has the belt now, but now I'm coming for them, everyone.
That concludes our video of reactions to the UFC 249 co-main event fight. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.